Hello, and welcome again to Ask the Counselor. This is your host, Dr. Michael Fields. I wanted to come on and just take a moment and share with you some of the keys, some of the tools that's been very instrumental to me, for me, in my awakening experience. Never feel as if you are alone. Never park out there. Never get lost there. The journey to the top, the journey of awakening, the journey of fulfilling your journey. It is a lonely feeling, but it's so important to learn how to maneuver, how to endure, and how to go through that wilderness experience of your journey. When you first embark upon this journey of the awakening consciousness, higher level of thinking, you isolate yourself from everyone else. You isolate yourself perhaps from your local church where you may have been faithful and attended for many years. But now there is a desire to isolate yourself that you in return can flow with what you feel is happening in your life. So I want to take this moment and just share with you one of the tools that's been so very instrumental in my walk of the awakening. I am a constant reader, researcher. I am always searching for truth, searching for facts, archaeological evidences that will prove what it is that I can come to know as truth. It's so important to realize and understand that truth is not just enough, but there must be proof to the truth. They must be archaeological evidences to verify that truth, facts. So tonight, I want to take time and share with you this tool in the form of a book entitled The Historical Origin of Christianity by Dr. Walter Williams. It is so important that you find the right tools. It's very much like fishing. If you do not have the sufficient tools for fishing, the hook, the bait, the rod, and the reel, and not knowing how to use that, you will not catch any fish. And likewise, if we don't know how to utilize the tools of books, the writings of other individuals who, through patience, suffering, hardship, good times, bad times, took time to write down their experience. Remember, once again, we are spiritual beings and we are having a human experience on this plane. So, the historical origin of Christianity. Now, why this book has been so instrumental with me in my awakening experience is because it helped answer a lot of questions concerning these 35 years of ministry, 30 years of full time pastoring. It answered the majority of the questions that I had within me. I want to read the origin, better yet, not the origin. I want to read the introduction of this publication by Walter Williams. As we approach the dawn of a new century, the Western communities continue to consolidate themselves politically, economically, and militarily. Yet the powers behind these societies goes far beyond their military bases. The key to Western power can only be gauged by its ability to control people throughout the world. To that end, the Western world has incorporated a philosophy of psychology where myths, lies, and deceptions are the order of the day, and death and destruction are the Western ways of life. Historically, as we progress through time, you will eventually encounter a powerful triad of religion. That triad is Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Now, once again, let's reflect back here concerning the introduction of this book, The Origin of Christianity. Let's look at closely what Professor Williams has written. He says the key to Western power can only be gauged by its ability to control people throughout the world. Now, when you stop and think about the powers that be, when you stop and think about the Roman Empire in days gone past, how that its function was to conquer, to subdue, and have complete control over all of the people, in most cases, the indigenous peoples of certain geographical locations. We see that same force that is operable in our Western society today. And as we see also that Professor Williams says that to that end, the Western world has incorporated a philosophy of psychology where myths, notice this, myths, lies, and deceptions are the order of the day, and death and destruction are the Western ways of life. Now, being that one who was an Advent student, study the word called the Holy Bible. There's a scripture that comes to mind, St. John 10 and 10. It says that the thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. Now, I want you to pay closely attention to that particular scripture that we quoted and to these writings in the introduction of Professor Walter Williams' book, The Origins of Christianity. Notice there is lies. Notice these lies begin with a psychological mindset, mentality, a mind way of doing things that leads to death and destruction. Now, Dr. Williams says it this way. He says there is a triad, and this triad is that of religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. All of these religions have had strong mass appeal and persuasive powers, and they remain the most powerful tools in the Western world's arsenal of controlling forces. Notice that religion. And myself was born, raised in the religion of Christianity. So therefore, I will use the term Christian or Christianity periodically, periodically in this teaching because that is what I come through. That is what I spent 35 years as a minister preaching and teaching the writings of Christianity. But notice the triad. Notice Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. These three religions, they are a persuasive power and they remain the most powerful tools in the Western world's arsenal. Now just stop and reflect on that. When we reflect back to Christianity and its origin, Western Christianity in its origin, came through or came from the Roman Catholic Church. Once again, we reiterate how the Roman powers in days past conquered the world, and how the Romans' powers today, through the form of religion, is still conquering the world today. Christianity is the leading religion in the Western world today, with all of the denominations, with all of the different religions, with all of those differences, yet their main objective is to control the masses, dominate the masses. And so here we see how these three religions are very much active today. Even though there is a falling away from Christianity, there is a falling away from Islam, there is a falling away from Judaism, but yet these three, this triad of controlling forces are still ruling and controlling the masses. These religions, they serve as the ultimate sentry for Western world interests. In every hotel room, there is a Bible. In every system, it reflects and points to religion. Whether it is from Hollywood, even there, the stars stand up, and the first thing they say when they win the Grammy or some special award, I pause for a moment and I want to thank God. In other words, they are acknowledging the control of religion over their life, whether that religion be that of Christianity, that religion be that of Islam, or that religion of Judaism. We see that it is controlling their mind. Now, as we continue, giving a synopsis of Walter Williams' book, The Origins of Christianity, he goes on and he says, these three religions, this triad, they were developed and are perpetrated to preserve past gains, enhance present gains, and ensure future gains. Now, that's very strong. The controlling forces of religion. Contrary to popular belief, Christianity serves as the foundation for both Islam and Judaism. To understand the historical origin of Christianity is to understand the true nature and purpose of religion. I want to reiterate, to understand the historical origin of Christianity is to understand the true nature and purpose of religion. Now,